Hi everyone, Ohayo gozaimasu. Welcome! This channel is for Japanese learners of English. Kiyomo shadowing no lesson wo yarakimashou. Listen to today's real native conversation. Focus on the rhythm and shadow along. Practice daily to master tango, bunpao, hatsuan, and rhythm. Repeat and try again tomorrow if needed. Zehi. Channel no toroku wo onegai shimasu. Okay, are you ready? Here we go.
Ever felt that pang of dread when you have to answer a call in English at work? I mean, it's like instant panic mode, right?
Oh, totally. It's like, suddenly all those English lessons vanish from your head. But hey, there are some basic phrases that can seriously save the day.
That's a good point. So when you pick up a call and you have to say, this is your name, company name, what's the go-to phrase?
Okay, so the most common ones are, this is your name, speaking. Or if you want to mention your company, it's, hello, this is your name from.
Simple enough. But what if you need to ask who's calling or what's the purpose of your call?
Right. So you could say, may I ask who's calling, please? Or how can I help you for the purpose of their call? It is polite and straight to the point.
Yeah, keeping it simple helps. So now, what if the call needs to go to someone else in the team? How do you ask that?
That is where you'd say, whom would you like to speak to? Or who are you calling, please? Then it's, hold on, please, I'll put you through to transfer it.
Makes sense. But what if the other person on the call is kind of hard to hear, or if you just didn't catch what they said? What do you say then?
That happens all the time. You can say, could you repeat that again? Or could you speak up a little if they're too quiet? Or may I ask your name again, please, to make sure you got it right?
Right. And sometimes you might have to ask them to spell their name.
Absolutely. Could you please spell out your name? Works great. This is especially useful if the names are foreign or hard to understand over the phone.
Okay, I think those are some solid starter tips. Now, what about those times when you can handle the call yourself? Like, it's beyond your expertise.
Yeah, when you got to tap out, it's okay to say, I'll get someone who speaks English, or shall I put you through to someone in charge?
Perfect. And what if the person they're looking for isn't available right at that moment? What's a good way to say, they're on another call?
Okay, that's a common one. You could say, he, she is on another line right now. And there are other options, such as he, she is not at her desk at the moment, if they're away from their desk, or he, she is in a meeting right now, if they're in a meeting.
Okay, so we've got different ways of saying the person's unavailable. What about if you know when they will be back or available?
Right, so you would add something like, he, she will be back in an hour, or she should be back by 5 p.m. if you know their schedule, or if they're out for the day, he, she has left for home today.
Yeah, that's super helpful. And if they're not there, how do you ask if they want to leave a message or have someone call them back?
So it's either, would you like to leave a message, or shall I tell him or her to call you back? You got to give them options.
Totally. Now, what if they want to call back later? Any phrases there?
For sure, you can say, could you call again tomorrow, if you want them to call back another time?
Okay, so those phrases cover pretty much all the basics for receiving a call. Now, what about making a call yourself, especially if it is to someone who only speaks English? How do you kick off that conversation?
So when you make a call, start by introducing yourself, saying, hello, this is your name from your company. Then, if you want to speak to a specific person, is Mr. M's last name there? Or, may I speak to Mr. M's last name, please?
Nice. And how do you say, what's the purpose of your call when you're the one calling?
Instead of asking that, tell them, I am calling to inquire about, or I'm calling about the meeting tomorrow, stating your reason for calling. It saves time and is direct.
Got it. What happens if the person you called isn't there?
Well, you'd ask, could I leave a message? Or, would you mind taking a message for me? Then you could say, could you tell him I called?
Okay, those are good. What about rescheduling an appointment?
Yes, you could say, I'm afraid I have to reschedule our appointment. Or, would it be possible to change the time?
Now, before hanging up, any good phrases to end the call nicely?
Always. It was nice talking to you is a good one. Or, you can say, thank you for taking the time to speak with me. Finish it with a simple goodbye, and you are all set.
That's all very useful. So basically, whether you're picking up a call or making one, having these basic phrases at your fingertips can really make a difference.
Yeah, it's all about having the right phrases ready so you don't feel completely lost the moment someone starts speaking English. It's about being prepared.
Now, what about phrases for a different scenario? Like when someone calls and you have to say, sorry they missed your call, or Sorry I couldn't get to the phone.
That is common when returning a call. You could say, I'm sorry I couldn't answer the phone earlier.
Yeah.
Or apologies for missing your call earlier for more casual option. Or if it's a business call, regretfully, I was unable to take your call earlier.
That is perfect. What if you just need to say, let's talk on the phone again?
For that, you can say, let's talk on the phone again when we have time. It is straightforward and polite.
I see. So it's really about combining the right words and knowing how to put them together in different situations, right?
Exactly. And like anything else, the more you practice, the more comfortable you'll become, even when there's a surprise call.
Yeah, thanks for breaking all that down. This should definitely help folks who need to navigate those English calls more smoothly.
Anytime. Remember, it's just about having a few key phrases handy and being okay with saying, can you repeat that? It will get easier.
All right, we've finished today's lesson. How did you find it? 理解できない部分はありませんでしたか? Repeat and try again tomorrow if needed. Please let me know your kansa or request in the comments. ぜひチャンネルの登録をお願いします. I look forward to seeing you all again soon. See you next time. Bye bye.